Yahaya Bello commends Nigeria's Vice President for his commitment to a better Nigeria. Labour Party endorsed governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State. UEFA reacts after Chelsea's remarkable 2-0 win against Dortmund. Protesters clash with police in Georgia's capital over controversial draft law. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adinoy. Thanks for joining us. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, says it has not issued a fresh directive to commercial banks on last Friday's judgment of the Supreme Court, ordering the circulation of the old Naira notes alongside with the new ones until December 31st. It was gathered that there have been confusion among commercial banks and business operators following the non-issuance of a directive by the CBN on receiving the old 500 and 1,000 Naira notes. CBN spokesman Isa Abdul Mumin, who spoke to journalists, said the CBN has not issued any official statement. Meanwhile, more commercial banks across the country have commenced dispensing the old 500 and 1,000 Naira notes to their customers. Recall that a 7-member panel of justices presided over by Justice Iyang Okoro had described as unconstitutional President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to the CBN for the redesigning and withdrawal of old notes of 200 Naira, 500 and 1,000 Naira without consultation with the states, Federal Executive Council, the National Council of States, and other stakeholders. Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello has commended Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, for his zeal and commitment to a better Nigeria. Governor Bello gave the commendation while celebrating with the Vice President on his 66th birthday. The governor, in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Onogu Mohammed, explained that since Professor Osibanjo's assumption of office in 2015 as Vice President, the legal luminary has shown an uncommon passion and burning desire for the overall growth, progress, development and unity of Nigeria. He noted that Osibanjo, in his conduct and responsibility, has over time proven himself to be a dependable ally to President Muhammadu Buhari since the dispensation of this present leadership in the country. He prayed God to continue to keep him in sound health, spirit, soul and body for many more years to accomplish more for the nation. The Matawalin Toto, Barrister Labran Magaji, says the victory of Nigeria's president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, reflects the wishes and aspirations of the citizens of the country. Barrister Magaji made the assertion in a telephone interview with our correspondent. Barrister Magaji says it also signals rapid development that Nigerians have been clamoring for, stressing that he will consolidate on the achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari.
Guided by the blueprint recently launched by His Excellency, the President-elect, we are all convinced that Nigeria is on the path of success. And in no distant time, we will all benefit largely from the dividends of democracy that's enshrined and articulated in the blueprints, which was recently presented to Nigerians by the President during his electioneering campaign. On this note, I will use this opportunity to call on all other aspirants who have Nigeria at heart as a project to join hands with Mr. President-elect so that we can achieve the desired objective that brought him into power. This is my call to Nigerians and indeed Nigerians in diaspora so that Nigeria will be on the path of peace, unity, and progress.
He expressed optimism that the president-elect is prepared to bring an end to challenges facing the country in view of his various achievements as the former governor of Lagos State.
Everybody knows that Lagos is a mini Nigeria, almost reflects all parts of the world, and he's been able to successfully manage them. So I have the conviction that he will bring his experience to bear to ensure that we have achieved the maximum security and the enabling environment for all businesses and other engagement to thrive in Nigeria. So I have no doubt in my mind that in terms of human capital development, everybody can attest to the fact that President-elect Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a one-stop shop in terms of developing human capital. And in that regard, we have no doubt that Nigerians will be waiting to see the goods that is really in this country.
The Matawalen Toto enjoined Nigerians to rally round the president-elect, give him the required support to enable Tinubu achieve his laudable plans for the country. The Medical Women Association of Nigeria, Kogi State Chapter, in collaboration with the Challenged Parenthood Initiative, celebrated the 2023 International Women's Day in a grand style. The theme of this year's celebration is Embrace Equity. It seeks to get the world talking about why equal opportunity are no longer enough and can be exclusional rather than inclusive. Over 150 women were invited to attend the screening and free medical exercise held at the SDGs Hall, Lokoja. It was also a moment where many women were screened and counseled for hypertension, diabetes, and healthy living. Our reporter has more.
March 8 every year is set aside to celebrate International Women's Day. This has prompted the Challenged Parenthood Initiative in collaboration with the Medical Women Association to organize a medical screening exercise on hypertension and sugar levels and created awareness of glaucoma in Kogi State. The Executive Director, Challenged Parenthood Initiative, CPI, Eunice Abimbola Agbogun said, the theme, Equity for this year, underscored the importance of inclusive and transformational technology, digital education among women and girls, as well as the need to prioritize every woman's health.
The theme is very apt because there is a lot of wide gap in the digital world between the male gender and the female gender. And those who know the importance of technology know that there is a lot that can be done through technology, whether in the area of education or in the area of agri or in the area of health. So if that gap is bridged between the male gender and the female gender, we'll see that we're going to have more representation of women. Because women are the ones who know the problem of women.
Agbogun urged women to be involved in politics, and those already involved should not relent but push further.
We must also recognize that the use of technology alone cannot solve the challenges facing women's health. It must be complemented by comprehensive policies and equity-embracing programs that address the social determinants of health, such as poverty, gender inequality, and discrimination. With the right tools and resources, women can take charge of their health, improve their quality of life, and achieve their full potential.
The president of the Medical Women Association of Nigeria, Kogi State Chapter, YAHAYA, said, women should take their health seriously.
Our advice to women to please take their health seriously. They should ensure that they go to the hospital regularly for checkups. They should get their blood pressure and blood sugar checked. And then if they have any eye issues, probably knowing your vision, they should please go to the hospital with that.
Dr. Yetunde Owa, the guest speaker at the event, talked about glaucoma and urged women above 40 years of age to visit the hospital at least once in a year for an eyes check. While Dr. Ndakoji emphasized the need for healthy living, urged women to eat healthy foods to boost their immune system, and said they should eat fruit every day.
We'll be celebrating World Glaucoma Week next week, and the state will be fully involved, and we'll be also screen people, and we want this to be done as frequent as possible so that we can detect more patients who have glaucoma can be treated on time, and we'll keep talking about creating awareness about glaucoma. They should partner with Kogi Eye Care, partner with ophthalmologists in town, so that we can pick people who have glaucoma on time and start treatment and reduce the burden of blindness.
In place of all these nutrients that are not in our food anymore, they have developed what we call food supplements that you can use.
Among the beneficiaries, Mohamed Fatima and Rukayat Ahmed appreciated the facilitators.
I used to think I have problem with my eyes, so that I have kind of itches and so on. So when I heard about the program, I was able to even make sure I come early so that I could be one of the beneficiaries. It's a very good one. Thank God. And I pray that other people that also have this opportunity to make it another time in case we have this kind of opportunity, so that we leverage on it. It's a welcome idea. We thank the organizers.
The equity thing is a very important one. There should be a very clean level ground for both genders. Women inclusiveness in governance, decision making, all the work of life. Women should be carried along. It's a very good one. The team is a good one.
Free medical grants are checking blood pressure, weight, blood sugar level and eyes check. Medical women that conducted the activities referred some women that need urgent attention to the hospital. Esther Michael reporting for MLC TV.
As the world marks the 2023 International Women's Day, a non-governmental organization, CHACHAVIVI Women and Girl Child Development Foundation, has urged women to be technologically inclined to meet acceptable standards across the globe. The Chief Executive Officer of the foundation, Halima Oiza Sadiq, gave the advice during a visit to the palace of the Bajana of Obajana, Kogi West and Osarangada in Kogi Central. Halimat used the occasion to sensitize women on the importance of information and communication technology in the society. Our reporter, Faith Abdul Ghaffar, has the detail.
At Obajana, CHACHAVIVI Executive Director Halima Sadiq said that the organization is poised towards building lasting peace and development of girl children in Kogi State, and that it will collaborate with relevant bodies to promote a better life for vulnerable girls in Nigeria.
It as a platform to say to all our women out there to come out and embrace technology, and to also sensitize to our leaders, corporate organizations, government most especially, that there's a need to collaborate with other agencies and build a convenient workforces or workspace, workspace that could, bring in the women and the vulnerable women into to be able to, accept and get themselves inclined to technology.
Speaking on the theme for this year's International Women's Day, she explained that the girl child has been less or excluded from digital technology. Hence, the need to include them in technological advancements. On recent cash crunch, she said that the cashless policy has affected women more than their male counterparts, adding that with the knowledge of technology, such can be corrected.
We discovered that the few who can access are those ones who are a bit enlightened and they are, inclined with technology. So with their devices and with their phone, they can, at a go, do their transaction, do their transfer, go to the supermarket, do their shopping and do transfer. But for the vulnerable women like the ones we have in the community, what become of them? How do they do their own transfer? We even go to market and want to buy. They tell you, don't do transfer for me because I don't have account number, so there's no way you can send the money to. It's just a few of them that you can actually do this transfer to. And those ones that even have the account, they don't have a mobile device that they can access, their money. So with all of these, the nation has come to say that there is need for inclusion of women when it comes to technology.
Sadiq said she wants women to be technologically inclined to meet the acceptable standard in the world. His Royal Highness the Bajana of Obajana, Oba Idowu Isenebi commended the NGO for their visit to commemorate the day in his palace and said that Nigeria should brace up to always support women to achieve their goals in life.
There should be a partner in progress to help us cleaning up our environment, because they contribute to the structures of the environment. If you go out now, you see the emissions, dust. Is it the farmer that created dust? Is it the market woman? Is it the school children? This is the industry. So industry need to do something to see how we could be saved. Because by the grace of God, they will not produce the cement and sell it for animal, or sell it for trees in the bush. They will sell it for human beings to make use of it. And when we died, who's going to make use of it? But our voice as a king, we say politicians have tried to bring us down. They want to bring the royal father down. They don't hear our voice again. Because of what? Because of money. Because of us, we don't have power. They render our power useless. And we are the custodians of our father's land to preserve over this throne for you people. 8 years of any governors will come back and meet us. 35 years of any civil servants will come back and meet us. 35 years in military, in force, in any force, they will come back to come and meet their royal father. And that is why we have been crying. We want your voice to be heard, and let it be heard where it is important and where it is necessary. The women can pacify the company, the government, that we need a standard hospital here. You can do that.
He urged stakeholders at all levels to ensure that the voice of women are heard around the world. CHACHAVIVI, as part of her support, donated West Bin for the use of the community. Present at the event is the Community General Secretary, High Chief Beribada Ibitomola. He commended the organization for counting the community worthy to educate the people on the importance of women in nation building. He said the West being donated to the community is a pointer to development and a means to avoid environmental pollution. The NGO proceeded to Osaragada in Kogi Central to sensitize the women on the importance of the day and the theme of the year, digital innovation and technology for gender equality. She also seeks collaboration with governments and well-meaning Nigerians to achieve the purpose.
And we're also looking at it, imagine a world free of stereotype, a world devoid of exclusion and discrimination. It will be a wonderful world to be. And what we're saying to the whole world today is there's need for inclusion, and there's need for us to celebrate individual differences and also value the differences among us, because it actually spices our world. And we're saying to the government, to organization, corporate organization, individuals, philanthropists all over the world, that a lot can be done by embracing equality and equity through innovation and technology. And we're saying to the government most especially that there is need to collaborate with agencies like CHACHAVIVI Women and Girl Child Development Foundation, partner with agencies like this, partner with organizations like this, for us to see how we can build a workplace, conducive workplace for our women to build their skills and to also imbibe technology and become technologically inclined in our today world.
The woman leader Aisha Omaiza and others expressed joy over this year's Women's Day and appealed to the government to include women in the rural areas in government.
I appeal to the government to empower my women, to see that women in those days now, issue of money was so burden of our people. It's a rural community. We don't have access to collect money. I that speaking now, I have money for the bank. I cannot collect it. Why is that I didn't even have a phone to collect it? So because of that, I appeal to the government to make sure that anything that they are going on the government, they should put women.
This program is very interesting for women. We want us to train us in technology in order to know how to operate more in in our society.
The main purpose of Women's Day is to celebrate the achievements of women in various fields and the roles they play as artists, teachers, administrators, politicians, nurses, and women scientists. The 8th of March annually is set aside to celebrate this gift called A Woman on Earth. Faith Abdulgafar reporting for MLC TV.
The international president of the Stand Up for Women Society, SWS, Barrister Deborah Ijadele Adetono, has joined the rest of the world to celebrate the 2023 International Women's Day and urge women to embrace digital innovation and technology to build a better society. Barrister Deborah, in a statement by the association's National Public Relations Officer, Billy Nwogu, explained that the theme of the year aligned with the priority theme for the forthcoming 67th session of the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women. SWS called on women to grab the opportunity provided to explore the impact of the digital gender gap on widening economic and social inequalities. According to the United Nations Women, bringing women and other marginalized groups into technology results in more creative solutions and has greater potential for innovations that meet women's needs and promote gender equality. Barrister Deborah said that the association is willing to partner with well-spirited individuals and government to make it a reality in Nigeria. She used the occasion to salute all past and present heroines who fought for the liberation of women across the countries, stressing that their efforts has given women opportunities to take decisions and make marks in the affairs of men for a better society. On politics, the senators-elect to represent the 3 senatorial districts of Kogi State has received their certificate of return with promises to serve the people well. The certificates were presented to them at the International Conference Center, Abuja, amidst jubilation by their various supporters who trooped out to show their loyalty to the All Progressives Congress, APC, and to also express their joy over the victory of their candidates. The senator-elect for Kogi Central Senatorial District, Engineer Abubakar Ohere, described the wild jubilation that heralded his collection of certificates of return by the people of Kogi Central as a good omen. Engineer Ohere appreciated the people of Kogi Central for their solid support, insisting that his position as a senator would be used to impact the lives of the people positively. The senator-elect for Kogi West, Sunday Karimi, told newsmen that he is determined to make the people of the Western Senatorial District proud through quality representation. The two-term member of the House of Representatives, Yagba Federal Constituency, described the event as the beginning of a new dawn, saying his representation would usher in the much-desired prosperity. Similarly, the re-elected senator representing Kogi East Senatorial District, Jibrin Isa Echocho, assured of his resolve to ensure more development in the eastern part of the state than he did in his first term. Senator Isa Echocho, who was overwhelmed by his victory, expressed gladness on his return to serve his people again. The Labour Party has endorsed the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State. The party's chairman in the state, Dinye Pepel, who made this known in an interview with journalists in Port Harcourt, the state's capital, pointed out that his party had resolved to support the People's Democratic Party, PDP's flag bearer, whom he described as a credible candidate, irrespective of party affiliation in the state. He pointed out that the Labour Party and her members are defenders and ambassadors of the values that have set her and the obedient movement apart from other parties. According to Pepil, the Labour Party governorship candidate, Beatrice Itubo, stepped down and adopted the All Progressives Congress, APC candidate in the state. We go on a short break. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And on crime, an area court in Gwagwalada in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, has ordered that 2 cattle herders who pleaded guilty of adopting and raping a woman be remanded in a correctional center pending sentencing on March 22nd. Earlier, the prosecutor, Dabo Yakubu, told the court that the defendants, Nuru Tukuru, 21, and Yusufa Haruna, 29, on February 25th, adopted a woman who was 8 months pregnant from her house in Abaji Area Council of the FCT, took her to a bush where they both raped her. He said one Abubakar Wakili of Yaba in Abaji Area Council reported the matter at the Gwagwalada Area Command Office on February 26th. The prosecutor said the offenses contravened Section 96, 262, 264, 387 of the Penal Code. The judge, Abdullahi Abdul Karim, deferred sentencing in order for him to see and know the condition of the victim. On the foreign scene, protesters have clashed with police in Georgia's capital, Tbilisi, after Parliament backed a controversial draft law which critics say limits press freedom and suppresses civil society. Riot police used water cannon and pepper spray to disperse the crowd outside the Parliament building. Some protesters were seen falling on the ground and coughing, while others waved EU and Georgian flags. The government said 50 police officers were hurt and police gear were damaged. The police arrested 66 people during the action, including one of Georgia's opposition leader, Zurab Japaridze, who was reportedly beaten. There has been widespread of international condemnation of the bill. The bill would require non-governmental and media organizations that receive more than 20% of their funding from abroad to declare themselves as foreign agents or face hefty fines and possible imprisonment. Ukraine has denied any involvement in September's attack on the Nord Stream pipelines, which were built to carry Russia's natural gas. The denial follows a report from the New York Times, which cites anonymous U.S. intelligence official who suggests a pro-Ukrainian group was to blame, but Moscow questioned how the U.S. could make assumption without an investigation. An advisor to the Ukrainian president, Mikhailo Podolyak, said Ukraine was absolutely not involved. Russia has blamed the West for the explosions and called on the UN Security Council to independently investigate the issue. On sports, Jonah Malik has the latest.
Other sports updates, the European football governing body popularly known as UEFA has reacted after Chelsea recorded an incredible comeback victory in the return leg of the current Champions League campaign. Chelsea Football Club of England were in action on Tuesday night in the second leg of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 ties at home against Borussia Dortmund at the Stamford Bridge. The Blues in the game were able to overturn their first leg 1-0 deficit, which made them thrill from behind going into the show of the night, where they won with a crucial 2-0 victory. Chelsea in this thrilling encounter scored a goal in each of the half to secure the needed points that got them advanced to the quarter-final stage of the competition at the expense of the German Bundesliga giant. First half goals from Raheem Sterling made the difference between the side going into the halftime break, as it got them leveled on aggregate before Kai Havertz sealed the deal for the Blues by doubling the lead in the second half via penalty as he put the ball away from the spot to make it 2-0 at full time, thereby ended the game 2-1 on aggregate. Chelsea, with the result of the night, have now booked a spot in the last 8 of the competition as they beat one of the most informed side in Europe Top 5 League before their trip to Stamford Bridge, where they won 11 straight competitive matches, with the Blues handing them their first loss of 2023, as well as held them scoreless for the first time in nearly 4 months. After the game, UEFA reacted to this with a post via their verified Twitter handle with the caption indicating that Chelsea recorded a comeback victory by overturning their first leg deficit to advance to the next round of the competition. Still on sports, Ojon Ighalo has said he believes Victor Osimhen is a good fit for Manchester United and says he would urge the Napoli striker to join Erik ten Hag's side this summer. Victor Osimhen's fixture is set to be one of the biggest talking points of the summer transfer window, with the Nigerian striker reportedly quoted by some of the world's biggest clubs. He is enjoying an exceptional campaign at Napoli, who are currently 15 points clear at the top of Serie A table, with Victor Osimhen also enjoying a comfortable lead in the goal scoring chart following a record-breaking campaign. The 24-year-old has become a player heavily touted, with a big transfer in the summer having helped the Arusi make a push for the Scudetto title once again. 19 goals in 21 Serie A appearances have underlined his performance level this campaign, with Napoli now 15 points clear of the Serie A table of second place Inter Milan. While focus will undoubtedly be on winning the title, Osimhen has been discussing the possibility of a transfer in the future. And Ighalo, who spent a year at Manchester United, admitted that Osimhen has the ability to become a success at Old Trafford. I think he's a good fit for Manchester United because he's a young boy. He wants and can score goals, Ighalo told Sky Sport News. Having Victor Osimhen and Marcus Rashford in the top at Manchester United will cause any defender panic because they are two fast players and they can also score goals. I think he will fit in Manchester United so well. I know him so well. He is like a brother to me. We talk every once in a while. I advise him. I talk to him and tell him to keep working hard and believe in himself, which he is doing. He is on the right path, Ighalo told Sky Sport News. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Ali Jonah reporting. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. Let's join our reporter for the entertainment update.
Nigerian sensational singer Oyinkansola Sarah Aderibibe, professionally known as Ira Star, has replied to a Twitter user who compared her to Beyonce. The Twitter user, identified as Milo, took to the microblogging platform to assert the 19-year-old Maven signee is fast replacing American singer Beyonce. Interestingly, the tweet caught Ira Star's attention and she responded. Ira Star stated that the Twitter user was setting her up for dragging with his remark. Fast-rising Nigerian singer Ira Star took to social media to reflect on her life before stardom. In a post via her Twitter handle on Monday, the 20-year-old Maven signee, who has made a name for herself in the Nigerian music industry, recalled how she started her career. She noted that 2 years ago, she was just a girl from Abado Ijaye in Lagos State and expressed her joy at how far she has come in such a short time. The self-proclaimed Sabi girl went on to say that she has no idea how she will react when her hit song Rush reaches 100 million views on YouTube. The song has so far racked up 96 million views, one of the highest view totals for a Nigerian artist. Nigerian superstar singer Olamide has revealed the most humiliating incident that left him feeling both furious and embarrassed. In a recent interview, Olamide disclosed that before the success of his song, Enoduro, he had to endure humiliation at the hands of a senior colleague who sent him to get food, according to The Nation. Bado said it happened when he was working with his supervisor and director, Idi Kabasa, many years ago.
I am Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV.
Thanks for the update, and that is the size of our package. If you like what we are doing, do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV and MLC TV 2, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, Twitter, MLC TV 1. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachite TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. As the Governorship and State House of Assembly's election comes up, endeavor to perform your franchise and continue to be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Joshua Adinoy. Thanks for watching.